Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is the first time I'm filming in what feels like forever because I was super sick. You can probably still hear it in my voice. But I will chat about that in this first look. We are starting a new series, a new build your own palette series, and you'll already see from the title, it's a Zodiac series. This was my next series that I wanted to do. It's been one that I've wanted to do for a while and kind of planning for a little while as well. And here we are. I'm going to be building a palette for each Zodiac season. So it's not going to be, it's going to be kind of monthly, but it might not be one each month. There could be two in 1 month, who knows? Depends on when I get them filmed, edited and uploaded, but I have the whole season of the Zodiac to post them. So we are currently in Aquarius season. So this is our Aquarius palette. I hope all you Aquarians out there are happy with your palette. I have compiled these palettes from so many different websites, Instagram posts, a little bit of everything, compiled them together and picked out the colours that overlap a lot in each one. And these are the colours that represent Aquarius over a big scope of things. So I did not just come up with this on my own free will. If you do not like your Zodiac palette, not my fault. But for me, Zodiacs, like, I don't live by them, I don't breathe by them. I think they're fun. I think I love this idea where like certain things suit certain Zodiacs, all that kind of stuff. I love that sort of thing. But obviously as any Zodiac, you can wear what you want. Like mine is very like pastel, bright, yellow, sunshine. I wear a lot of dark stuff. So and I'm a Gemini. So it's a bit of fun. I kind of just compiled these lists through a few different things. For Aquarians, I'll just read here. Obviously it's an air sign. I am also an air sign. My boyfriend is an Aquarian, and he's definitely an Aquarian according to what the traits say. Innovative, progressive and humanitarian, represented by the water bearer, dedicated to making the world better and strives for positive change and revolution. They're also quirky, skeptical, sociable, but also a little bit detached. So my boyfriend's definitely an introvert, so I know that for sure. Yeah, it's just kind of a little bit of fun. That's all I wanted to do with this. It's just have a little bit of fun and another theme to make palettes, which is what we all want. So the colours for the Aquarians that I found compiled over all these lists were sky blue, dark blue, a lot of blue, lavender or lilac, silver, yellow, lime green, specifically lime green. Like a lot of these were quite specific on the colours, so I went with those kind of things, and white. So it's a white duochrome into like a golden green. So it kind of goes with the other shades, but it's still a white technically. But yeah, I just wanted to do a little fun series. I'm not going to go through every single shade in the palette like name by name because I'm going to have them listed down below, and if I'm going through traits and the representation of each one, it's going to take too long, and we've got 2 looks to get through in this video, so this is the way it's going to go. Just before we get into the first look, my Instagram is linked down below where I post all my up-close eye pictures and full face pictures of all of my looks, and my TikTok is down there for a little bit of extra content if you want to go give both of those a follow. Alrighty. This is exciting. We're starting a new series. I am so happy. I'm very excited to get through all of these. I have a big list and it was so much fun taking out all the colours on the list, putting them all out on the table, and I was like, this is a fun palette. I'm excited. So let us get into look number 1. Okay, welcome to the Aquarius palette. Here she is. She is kind of aquatic, obviously. She kind of reminds me of like the ocean a little bit. Fish in the ocean, tropical fish. That's the kind of vibe I get off this palette. And for this look, I'm kind of feeling the navy, the lavender, the green and the silver. A little bit of a mix of everything. So that's the kind of vibe we're going for. I'm going to do some sort of mix mash on the eyes. And I don't know how it's going to turn out, but we'll figure it out together. My skin is on, my brows are on, my eyeshadow primer is on, which will all be listed down below, and my cheeks are almost done. I just have to do a highlight, which I'll go through towards the end of the look. And I have some new babies to play with. I've actually got the face set as well. Face brushes and the eye brush. I'm going to use the eye brushes in the video. I've already used a couple of the face brushes Beautiful, by the way. But I'll show you them in more detail, or already have shown you them in more detail in my Black Friday haul. So to start, I'm going to take the shade from Inglot. This is 493, this beautiful lavender shade. It matches my dressing gown right now. And I'm taking that on an E03 brush from the Singe Beauty Eye Set. So big fluffy brush, and I want this all in the crease. I don't really know what the vibe of this is going to be like. I know a placement of colours that I want to do, and hopefully it works out. That's what I'm hoping for. So you can probably hear in my voice, I'm still sick. I'm recovering. I'm a lot better than I was. So, oh my God. Like, I haven't filmed in weeks. And when I was due to start back filming, I was sick and I was bedridden for 5 days. Just a viral infection that knocked me off my feet basically for a week and a half. And then for 5 days of that, I was in bed asleep. I slept through 5 days. I lost 5 days of my life. I couldn't go out. I couldn't see my boyfriend. Couldn't go to work. It was intense. Let's just say that. Now I just kind of have the cold kind of end of it, where I still have a bit of a cough. I'm a bit nasally, sniffly, all that kind of stuff. But oh my God, was I sick. So just a nice wash of that colour in the crease as like our focal crease shade. And then I'm going to take another shade from Inglot. This is 483, which is more of a navy shade. These are both sequin shades, which means they're mattes with a sparkle in them, but the sparkle kind of sticks to the eye, but it's just nice. I don't know. I like these ones. These are pretty because there's a very soft satiny sort of feel to them. And I'm taking that on the Singe E05 brush, which is the teeny weeny little blending brush. And I don't want this to take over too much. I just want this in the outer corner mostly, and a little bit into the crease, just for a bit of definition, a little bit more depth, because I prefer that on my eye shape. I'm not one for just a wash of colour. Well, I am sometimes, but it has to have a very distinct look. So just to deepen it up a little bit, but I'm going to go back in and blend a little bit more of the lavender into that, because I don't want to lose the lavender too much. These brushes are beautiful. It's been a long time since I've bought like a set of brushes, like just a set of brushes. I've bought like with the Glaminatrix horror collections, they've had brush sets in them. Okay, now just going back in with that big fluffy brush and the lavender shade, and I just want to dust around the blue just to give it a little bit more of that lavender. I want it to be nice and hazy. That's the kind of vibe I'm going for with this. Okay, I am just going to pull in a few other brushes. Obviously, I'm not going to exclusively use those brushes because it doesn't have everything I need. I have other bits that I like to use as well. So I'm taking my 214 from MAC. I'm taking a little bit more of that navy shade. And this is going to go on the lower lash line. Not too thick. Just thicker on the outer corner. And then I want it to taper inwards. Okay, now to blend out the lower lash line, this is where I want the placement to be. This is the idea I have in my head. I'm going to take the shade Algae from, or Algae from Glaminatrix, the lime green. And I'm taking that on the Singe E04 brush, which is like a flat brush, but it's kind of soft and fluffy. And I want to take some of that and I want to blend out the outer part of this blue as like a little pop of colour, but it will soften out the blue. Kind of from halfway of my eye outwards, and blend it down far because I want this to be quite visible. Okay, so now I have that on. I'm going to take my NYX glitter primer, as always, a little bit on the back of the hand. And I'm taking that on an E07 brush. It's like smaller, stiffer, little flat brush. And that is going to go on the lid. Very thin layer as always. And then just wiping off that brush a little bit, but it's still a little bit tacky from the glitter primer. And I'm taking Blacklight from Makeup Geek because it's that like lavender, but it has a shift of blue in it. And that is going to go on the lid. Just give this really nice shine that still has like that blue tone. That is so pretty. I love that. I love just a classic duochrome. They're beautiful. Okay, and then lastly, I just wiped off a little bit of that 214, just the excess blue. I wiped on the back of my hand because I can't find my little colour switcher thing. It's buried somewhere on my desk and I can't find it. So we're going to take High Wire from Makeup Geek, this gorgeous silver. And that's just going to go on this inner little pocket on the lower lash line, just to tie in the blue a little bit so it doesn't just stop all of a sudden. And then my inner corner is going to be my face highlight, which would be a very fun face highlight. Just helps to brighten that lower lash as well. That is so fun. It's just real pretty, a little bit whimsical. I kind of love that. Okay, so that is the eyes done. I'm going to jump off and finish off the eyes with some mascara in my inner corner, my lashes, and pop on my face highlight and pick a nice lip. I don't know what kind of lip I'm going to do with this. I'll see. I'll root through my drawers and see what I can find, and I'll let you know what I use when I come back. Alrighty guys, so this is how I finish off the look. I love how this turned out. I think it's so pretty, just like pretty and whimsical, very fun. So let me go through everything that I used on my face. So to finish off the eyes, super simple. I just went in with my waterline. I went in with my Oden's Eye Solmane gel liner in 008 Lavender. And I just popped that on the waterline to tie in with the top. My mascara is my Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara. And then my lashes are the House of Lashes Fairy Noirs. Quite dense and dramatic, but like really give a nice shape to the eye, especially with such a softer kind of look. For cheeks, I went in with my Sheglam, what is this called again? The Sun Sculpt Liquid Contour in the shade Golden Sun, just to bronze up my face. And then my blush and my highlight are both new. You will have already seen them in my Black Friday haul. This is the Solmane Sunlight Love Blusher in the shade Pink Bloom from Oden's Eye. Beautiful kind of mauvey pink. Gorgeous. Absolutely love this shade. And my highlight is also from Oden's Eye. This is the Luminous highlighter in Dim Glow, which has like a kind of strong green flash, but more sparkly than the Moonlit highlighter that I have in Moon Glow. And it just gives more of that like wet sparkle to the cheeks, but I've done the green to kind of tie in with the green on the lower lash line. And then for lips, I kept it super simple and soft. I went in with my MAC lip pencil in Whirl just to define the shape of my lip, give me a little bit of colour on the lip. And then I went in with my NYX Duo Chromatic Shimmer Lip Gloss, and it's just this like lavender sparkly shade. I don't even know if they make this anymore, but I just like that colour, and I just pop that over top. So that is it. That is our first look using our Aquarius palette for Aquarius season. I'm so excited about this little series that I have going on now, and I love this little palette. When I was taking out all the colours, I was in love. I loved it. So let's see what we do for look number 2. Alrighty guys, so we are getting into look number 2 with our gorgeous, I don't know which way I had it the first time, I think it was that way, this way, with our gorgeous Aquarius palette. Now today I want to play with all the blues and yellows. Well, one yellow. So we're going to do all of these gorgeous blues. We're going to do a little bit of yellow. I'm going to do a half cut crease. I'm going to do this shade on the inner, this shade on the inner corner, that on the inner part of the lid, center of the lid, and then crease and lower lash line. Classic half cut crease, you know the drill. My skin is on, my brows are on, my eyeshadow primer is on, which will all be listed down below, so go check out what I use down there. And let us start. So we are going to go in with Inglot's 483, this beautiful navy, starting with this so I can really build this shade up and get a nice bit of intensity. And I'm taking that on a Singe Beauty E02 brush. Just, it's the only Singe Beauty brush I'm going to be using today. I know in my first look I used a lot of Singe, but all the rest are dirty now and I haven't cleaned any of my brushes yet, which I may do tomorrow night. But then I also may read my book. Who knows? So we're just popping this on the outer part of the eye. I want to really build this up because, as I've said before, Inglot shades, they're beautiful, they blend really well, but building them, it takes a little bit of time. So we're just going to start popping that through the crease all the way, because I want a little bit of definition in here for when I use the yellow and also when I do my cut crease. And then it's just a matter of slowly building it until I'm happy with the shade. I do need to get, and if you have any suggestions down below, I'm going to probably look into Terra Moons or something like that, or even just like Colourpop, but like a navy, a really good, I want to say vibrant navy, because I want it to have a good bit of blue in it but also still be really dark. I have a lot in like palettes and things like that, but just a single shadow, because I think I'm lacking that shade. Or maybe Glaminatrix. Actually, Glaminatrix. I might have a look at Glaminatrix and see what they have, because I have some space in one of my palettes for them. And then I'm going to do my lower lash as I go. So I'm taking that same navy shade and I'm taking that on a B2 brush from Blend Bunny, just a small little stubby pencil brush. And I'm going to work that along my lower lash line. Gonna go about, I think I'm going to go to about there, just a little bit past my pupil, just where my iris ends. I might pop a little bit of yellow on that inner corner. Inner lower lash line, not inner corner. But just same down here, build up that colour, connect on the outer corner as always, and build it up until you're happy with the intensity. And unintentionally, we're going rounded. And that's the shape that kind of happened. So here we are. So it's quite a deep, like, denim blue almost. I'm going to take the shade from Glaminatrix Minty Fresh, and this is going to blue it up hopefully as well. And I'm taking this on a Beauty Bay BB203 brush, applying that and just tapping that off because it's quite pigmented. And I'm going to start softening out around the edges. So it is quite a like a white blue, so it will kind of add a haze around the edge. You can kind of see here, but it does have, once you start building that through the blend, you'll get a really nice blue pop with this, blending around this inner part of the crease. And if you lose any of the navy, you can go back in and add more, which I probably will do. And yes, I am still sniffly. I feel perfectly fine. My energy levels are fine. I'm not uncomfortable or in pain or anything like that. Like, my chest is fine. Still have a cough for some reason. Apparently what's gone around now at the minute in, like, well, especially Dublin anyway, but in Ireland, is what they're calling like the 100-day cough. Apparently you're supposed to have it for 100 days. I really hope not. But apparently that's what it is. It's like you're not sick, you just have a cough. And I think that's now what I have, because it's not going anywhere and I still sound sick and I still sound nasally, but I'm fine. It's really weird. My ears keep popping. Oh my god, like all day I feel like I'm going deaf. Oh yeah, that blued it up nicely. And then taking that same Minty Fresh shade on a MAC 219S, a little well, it's slightly bigger pencil brush than what I used originally on the lower lash line, and just go in and soften the edge of that and match your blend and connect your blend on the outer part in here. I feel like that's something not a lot of people do, is connecting their blend out here. It really makes such a difference because it frames the whole eye and it gives you this like haze around the edges. If it just kind of stops or disconnects, it can look really off, where this looks like it's framing my eye. I don't know. It makes sense in my head. Okay, now, as always, the fun part, the shimmers, the sparkly stuff. So I'm going to take my NYX glitter primer, just a small amount, just enough to cover the lid, and taking that on a Cash Beauty K09, just a flat brush because it's super thin. We're going to do like the faux cut crease technique because I just prefer that. I just find it quicker and easier and I get a very similar effect. So picking up the glitter primer on my brush, and we are going to lay that down. I like to place it all over where I'm gonna need it first. So the whole eye area where the shimmers are gonna go. And then just with whatever's on the brush, I kind of push into the eye. Little bit of pressure. And just go around your eyeball basically. Sounds really weird, but just go around your eyeball. You'll get this cut going on. Just gonna take a really small little bit of that glitter primer on a e.l.f. concealer brush, just another little flat brush that I'm going to use for the yellow. That first flat brush that I use is going to be for the blue. But I'm going to take a little bit of that and just tap a tiny bit of that yellow on that inner part, just so we have something for it to stick to and we get a really nice pop with that. Okay, now another Glaminatrix. Going to take Arctic, which is similar to the Minty Fresh. It's not as warm as the Minty Fresh. This is way cooler. And I'm going to pop this on like the center third of the lid, and going back in with that Cash Beauty K10, not K10, the K9, and we're just going to lay that all over the glitter primer. It's going to be so icy and beautiful. And just before I go in with the yellow, I'm going to go back in with my navy shade on that same Singe Beauty brush, and we're just going to tap where it meets the Arctic shade. Okay, now going back in with that little e.l.f. concealer brush that has the remnants of glitter primer on it, and we're going to take the shade Lemonade. This beauty, look how bright that yellow is. And it is so hard to find, I said this before, it's so hard to find a yellow shimmer, like true yellow, no gold, no orange, no copper, no green, just yellow shimmer, like not a duochrome, none of that, just metallic foiled yellow. That's all. So look at that shade. Oh my god, it's so pretty. And we're going to pop that on the inner third of the eye follow the shape of the cut crease, so we're only going up as far as that line, and I've kind of overlapped it here, just faded it outwards as it hits that line. I don't know if you can see that. You'll see it in photos on Instagram though. And then once you've very little left on the brush, just start flicking and patting over where it meets the blue. You get a really nice kind of green shade in between. That is beautiful. That's exactly the way I wanted this look to be, because sometimes you plan a look, you put it on and you're like, this isn't how I thought it was going to be. It's pretty, was not how I thought it was going to go. So I'm going to go in with that same concealer brush, but I just like put the shadow on the very tip of the brush just so I have a little bit of control. And I'm just tapping that on the inner part of the lower lash. And again, once you've got less on the brush, just fade it and flick it over the blue and just bring it in as far as once that yellow starts to fade out. Okay, we're almost done. I'm going to take the shade Candela from Clionadh Cosmetics, which has this kind of like green to gold and yellow sort of shift, and I'm going to take that on. This is a face painting brush. I got it in like a Halloween shop around Halloween with the face painting supplies. This is a, what is it, camelonpaint.com short blend number 1. Just a short little flat brush. I just thought it was a nice brush for eyeshadow. So this is going to be obviously our inner corner highlight. It'll tie in a little bit of that green blend that we have going on in between. And then the gold and the yellow tones in it will blend in with the yellow. Ooh, really bright. Wow. So I'm gonna jump off now. We are all done for the eyes. Didn't take long. And I'm going to finish off my eyes, finish off my cheeks, and pop a nice lip on, pair of lashes and all that jazz. So I will come back to you once I have finished off my face. Alrighty guys, so this is how I finish off the look. We are going to go through all the products that I used to finish this look, and I'm very excited. So to finish off the eyes, very easy, nothing major. I just wanted a nice bit of waterline liner and mascara and lash. So I went in with my NYX Epic Wear liner stick in the shade Turquoise Storm, because I thought it would really fit that kind of bluey shade around the edges. So I lined my entire waterline with that, and I don't know how many times I've used this. I may have used it like once. It's definitely been used, so but I can't remember using it, so I don't know if this is the first time I've been using it on my channel. Then I went in with my Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara. She's definitely on her last legs, 1 or 2 more uses I'd say, and she is gone. And then for lashes, I went in with my Colourpop It's Faux 8-piece faux mink lash kit, and I used these ones here when you're looking at it. These ones, I know these look like I used them, but they fell down. These ones here, and I'm pretty sure these ones are Kitten from what it says on the back, so those are the ones that I used. On to cheeks, a new one for me, which I will have shown in my Black Friday haul / just general makeup haul. This is the Made by Mitchell bronzed pressed pod, possibly, I can't really read that writing. Pod, yes, and it's in the shade Some Shade. Now I got this in my advent calendar. I thought it was going to be too dark, but on the skin she's actually quite lovely. She's very warm, but she's quite lovely. I wanted a warmer tone anyway for this look, because I wanted it to be a little bit more like a tropical fish, you know, that kind of way, tropical kind of vibes. For cheeks, to tie in with the blue tones, I went peachy, same with the lip as well. And for blush, I went in with the MAC Mineralized blush in the shade Like Me, Love Me. Gorgeous kind of peachy sort of shade. On to my face highlight, I went in, I wanted something that was kind of yellow gold with like a strong yellow flash to match the yellow on the eyes. So I went in with my Glaminatrix Chucky, the Good Guys highlighter. What is it? I'm Your Friend Till the End highlighter, and that's what she looks like there. I don't know if you can see that gold yellow flash. It's beautiful. It's very strong. If you are thinking of buying it or you haven't used yours yet, a little bit goes a long way, because I put a little bit too much on and I had to calm it down. And then finally onto lips, it's a MAC lip, and we are going in with the lip pencil in Spice, because it's kind of a warmer neutral lip liner. And then I went in with my Honey Love lipstick. This is the old version. I know they've redone a lot of their lipsticks, and this is the old version. So, but as far as I'm aware, the colours are the same. It's just the texture is a little bit different, and they're bigger, I think. So that is the Honey Love lipstick. So that is it for our look, and that is it for our second look with the Aquarius palette. And I really think this palette is fun. It's a really fun thing. I'm excited to see what all the other palettes look like when I start putting them together, because I was like, oh, what if some of the palettes look like my monthly build your own palette series? I mean, it could happen, I don't know, but when I started putting this together, I was like, ooh, this is a colour story I've never done before. So it's a fun little way, it's another little theme. I hope you guys are all excited to see each Zodiac per season, and be excited for your own Zodiac coming up as well. Let me know down in the comments what your Zodiac sign is. I'm a Gemini, so I'm excited to do Gemini. So as I said, I want to know down in the comments below, what is your Zodiac sign? Let me know. Tell me what you're excited for. What colors do you want to see for your own Zodiac? What kind of colors, what palette do you want to see, what vibe do you want to see? And I'll kind of add it into the mix as well. If you did like this video, then give me a big thumbs up down below. It's the quickest, simplest and easiest way to give me a little bit of support, get me around to more people, and also let me know that you like the video, and I'll continue to do many more. And don't forget to subscribe down below to see many more videos coming. As I said, we are starting a new series, so hitting subscribe will let me know that you like this and you want to see more, and you'll get to see all the palettes coming up as well. And as I said in the beginning, my Instagram is linked down below, where I post all the up close eye pictures and full face pictures of all of my looks, and my TikTok is down there for a little bit of extra content if you want to go give both of those a follow. So that is it. I hope you're excited for the new series, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.